The Slatton sisters had always been known for their drama, ups and downs, and the intense family dynamics that made their lives so compelling to viewers of 1,000-Pound Sisters. Amy and Tammy Slatton, despite their struggles with weight loss, self-image, and health, had become household names for their resilience and vulnerability on screen. But there was always more to their family than met the eye, and sometimes the surprises came from places viewers never expected. It was a quiet afternoon in the Slatton household, and the camera crew was capturing the sisters in what seemed like a calm moment. Amy had just finished a short phone call with her husband, Michael, and Tammy was trying her hand at some new makeup tips she had learned from a YouTube tutorial. But then, Amanda, Amy's older sister, entered the room, her face a mask of something between excitement and anxiety. "Amy, Tammy," Amanda began, her voice shaky as she took a seat at the kitchen table. The other two sisters stopped what they were doing and turned to her, sensing something was off. "What's up, Amanda?" Amy asked, already sensing the tension in her sister's voice. Tammy simply raised an eyebrow and crossed her arms, her usual guarded expression firmly in place. "I have been thinking a lot about something," Amanda continued, glancing down at her hands before looking up at both sisters. "And I need to tell you both something. Something important." "Girl, what's going on?" "You're scaring me," Amy said, her concern growing. Amanda took a deep breath before she dropped the bombshell. "I'm pregnant," she said flatly. There was a beat of silence, the kind of silence that was almost too heavy to bear. Amy blinked several times, unsure if she'd heard correctly. Tammy's jaw went slack, her eyes widening as she processed the information. "You're what?" Amy asked again, her voice rising in disbelief. "I'm pregnant," Amanda repeated, this time her tone more resolute but still filled with uncertainty. "I found out last week. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I needed to tell you both." The words hung in the air like an unexpected storm cloud. Amy was the first to break the silence. She stood up from the couch and paced around the room, trying to make sense of the news. "But, Amanda, you're not even married. You're not in a stable relationship. What does this mean for you?" Amanda bit her lip, clearly struggling with how to explain her feelings. "I know it's unexpected, but I've been with Robert for a while now, and we're figuring things out. He's supportive, but I just don't know if I can do this. I'm not sure I'm ready for this, but I also can't undo it." Tammy, who had been unusually quiet up until this point, spoke up. "You're really going to have a baby?" Her tone was a mix of surprise and disbelief. She leaned forward, her expression still hard to read, but her eyes betraying a hint of concern. Amanda nodded. "Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it either, but I wanted to let you know. I didn't want to keep it from you guys." Amy sat back down next to Tammy, her face a mix of emotions. "I'm just shocked. I mean, I never thought you'd be in this situation. I know things have been tough for all of us, but a baby? It's a big deal, Amanda. It changes everything." "I know," Amanda said quietly, her eyes welling up with tears. "I've been so scared. I don't know if I'm ready to be a mom, and I don't know what this means for my life. It's a lot to handle." The sisters fell into a heavy silence again, each lost in their own thoughts. Tammy, who had always been a bit more skeptical and less open about her emotions, let out a long breath. "I don't know what to say, but if you need help, we're family. We got your back." Amanda looked up at Tammy, her eyes softening. "Thanks, Tammy. I know I've been distant lately, but I really do need you both right now. This is scary for me." Amy, always the more expressive of the three, reached out and put a hand on Amanda's shoulder. "We're here for you no matter what. It's going to be hard, but you don't have to go through it alone. And you're not just making this decision for yourself anymore. There's a little person coming into this world, and we'll all need to figure out how to support you." Amanda nodded, the weight of her decision sinking in. "I'm just so scared, Amy. What if I can't do it? What if I'm not good enough to be a mom? What if it messes everything up?" "Amanda," Amy said gently, "I get it. I've had a lot of fears too. When I had Gage, I didn't know if I was ready, but I knew I couldn't let fear hold me back from loving my baby. You'll figure it out. You always have a way of doing that." Tammy chimed in again, this time more bluntly. "You don't have to be perfect. None of us are. But as long as you're trying your best, that's what matters." The conversation shifted from the shock of the announcement to more practical concerns: what Amanda's pregnancy would mean for her health, how her relationship with Robert might evolve, and how she could navigate the challenges ahead. It wasn't easy, and there were still a lot of unknowns, but Amanda felt a small sense of relief knowing she didn't have to face it alone. As the day wore on, the three sisters spent time together, talking through Amanda's fears, hopes, and dreams for the future. It wasn't clear how everything would unfold, but one thing was certain: no matter what, the Slatton sisters would stick together as they always had. Through the good times and the hard ones, they had become a family not just by blood, but by a deep, unbreakable bond. The aftermath. In the days that followed, Amanda's pregnancy news became a central point of conversation in the Slatton family. The cameras continued to roll, capturing the complicated emotions of all three sisters as they navigated the fallout from the shocking announcement. Amy's concern for her older sister deepened as Amanda's fear and uncertainty about the pregnancy grew. Tammy, always the one to keep her emotions close to the chest, surprised everyone by offering her support in a way that was both unexpected and heartfelt. As the weeks passed, Amanda made her decision to move forward with the pregnancy. She started making appointments, working with Robert to prepare for the baby, and most importantly, reconnecting with her sisters. It wasn't going to be easy, but Amanda knew she wasn't alone. And for the first time in a long while, she felt the strength of her family, fierce, supportive, and unyielding in their love for one another. It was a new chapter for Amanda, for Amy, and for Tammy, a chapter they would face together, no matter what came their way.